Hello everyone, my name is Richie and welcome back to another video. Today join me for another first look video, and today we're taking a first look at the first ever Dutch route to come to Train Sim World. I'm very excited for this. So here it is, the wonderful Koploper, I think that's how they say it, on the Spoorlijn Zwolle to Groningen route. I think that's how you pronounce Spoorlijn. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. So yes, we're going to take a little first look at this route and drive this wonderful, funky looking train along this brand new route. So let's jump into it. In fact, before I jump into anything, I do want to say a massive thank you to Dovetail Games for providing a game key for this. So I'm very excited to jump into this and give it a good go. So we'll jump into the main menu. I'll show you what services and scenarios and stuff you get with this, and then we'll drive the Koploper. So let's jump into it. So here we go, we're in the main menu, and as you can see we've got 334 services, 6 scenarios and a couple of training modules. What's quite interesting with this is that we've got a couple of training modules, and one of them is actually a safety system thing. It's ATB, which is obviously a Dutch safety system, I think. You'll also find in the training centre, obviously we get 2 new pieces of rolling stock with this route, so there is training modules for both the 2 new units. As for scenarios, we've got 6, interestingly. Normally we get 5, so we've got an additional one this time. We've got 3 with each of the new units. So we've got 3 with the SNG, I think. Yep, there you go. And 3 with the ICM M3. And jumping into the timetable, we've got 334 playable services, including the Koploper and the SNG. I believe you also get a Vectron service if you've got the Deutsche Bahn Vectron, so that does a freight service at some point, so you can also play that. So out of the 2 pieces of rolling stock, the ICM does 155 services and the SNG does 179, so I think the SNG is obviously a newer unit, so it's probably replacing the ICM. So first off, jumping into the ICM, it does all sorts of stuff. So you've got full line runs, you've got partial line runs at the southern end, I believe. Yeah, you can see there's like services every half an hour in each direction, I think, something like that. So there's a fair few services there along this route. Jumping into the SNG3, this does a lot more services. You've got a couple of full line runs. I think this acts as sort of like the commuter train, so this calls at all stops along the line. I think there's like 8 stations or something with this route, so you can do all sorts of stuff there. What I'm going to do is today we're just going to have a look at the Koploper. I will have a look at the SNG3 in a separate video, because obviously we've got 2 new pieces of rolling stock, so we might as well dedicate a bit of time to each of them. And there we go, that is pretty much everything that you get with the Zwolle to Groningen route, which there's plenty of stuff going on, so many services and quite a few scenarios and stuff. And also it's a new country, so you might as well get it if you want to experience some Dutch railways. So with that being said, let's jump into the Koploper and drive it along the southern portion of the route. So let's jump into it. So here we go, we are in the Koploper and we're driving IC617 Utrecht Centraal to Leeuwarden. So this service goes from Zwolle to Meppel, so let's get jumped in and get set up, shall we? This is an interesting looking cab. Right, so I didn't know how to set this up at first, so I have done a little bit of training on this. So you do need to put the master key in there, you need to put that into driving, that's the one, and then also unlock the doors. I think they open now. You also need to put that into pulled, because that releases your brakes. And then I think you also need to put that into forwards. Well, put it into forwards when you start going. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and the lights as well. The lights are here. So put that into on, put that on, and put that on too. Right, so we've got 2 minutes. And here is the Koploper. Look at it. It looks absolutely splendid. This is one proper funky looking train, isn't it? When I've watched like trains at videos, you know, prior to this route releasing, these are pretty much everywhere and they are fantastic. They look so cool. Obviously the rest of the train's pretty standard. You know, it looks how a commuter train should look, and then obviously you've got these big noses at the end. So yeah, this is Zwolle. This is the southern end of the route. You can see very nicely detailed. There's some like tap points over there, and obviously you've got like an underpass down there. Plenty of stuff going on. Some nice station signage, and I think there's some new PIS as well. There you go, you got nice new brand new PIS with this. Right, we can lock the doors, and we're going 1 station along the line. So let's lock the doors, shall we? Oh, it sounds good. Sounds nice. Right then, let's go to Meppel. So we need to release the brakes, and hopefully we should be able to move. Oh, here we go. We're on the move. Let's go. Let's go. Here it goes. I think there's an interesting sort of control power handle with this. There's like a shunt, and then there's like a series, and then parallel. Come on, off you go. We'll go over here and we'll do a little flyby. Oh, the horn sounds nice. Off it goes, up to 40 kilometers an hour. Right then, here we go, we're on the move, and I'm going a bit too quickly. So we're leaving Zwolle here, and this is fantastic. Look how high up we are. It's proper derpy looking, that's the best way to put it. I mean, it looks spot on from what I've seen. Right then, we can get up to 100 mile an hour, and we're 22 kilometers away from Meppel. So one thing to note with the power handle is that it kind of acts very similar to the 72 stock. So you can see it says S in the throttle there, and then it says P. So I believe the S is like series and then the P is like parallel. Got another Koploper there. From afar they look proper derpy, don't they? Look at it. Right, we're at 100 kilometers an hour. That was quick. So yeah, the power handle, treat it like the 72 stock. So if you want to go quick, put it into parallel, or however you drive the 72 stock. Here we go. We're on the move. It looks fantastic, this, doesn't it? It looks absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad to see the Netherlands in the game. We've had Wales, we've now had Netherlands, so you know, hopefully we can start building up on this sort of. I think what's the operator called? I'm not too sure how it's pronounced, but hopefully with time we can build up on this. Right then, momentarily we can get up to 140 kilometers an hour and proper stretch the legs of the Koploper. So can we go? Let's do it. Full beans, full beans. Nice bit of suspension there as we applied quite a lot of power. Off we go. Off we go. Look at it go. This is fantastic. A very nice sounding horn. Look at the character at the top. Look how high up he is. If you've got a fear of heights, you're definitely not going to like driving this train. So I think these essentially act as like the intercity trains. I think they do anyway. So when I've looked at the service list, they are pretty much like non-stop, or sort of like you have one intermediate stop along this route. So this route kind of treat it as like a high-speed route, very similar to like, I'm trying to think of different ones now that we've got, like some of the German ones, or a bit like East Coast Main Line, where you've got a couple of stops along the line. It's very similar to that sort of experience. What we'll do is, as we're going, I'll quickly show you the map. So here is the route map. So we started down here at Zwolle. As you can see, there's plenty of stuff going on down there. We then head this way northwards up towards Meppel, where we're going to be going to today. We then head on up this way, up this very straight, very fast section of track, and then we keep going all the way up to Groningen. Like I say, the SNGs do a lot of services around here because it kind of acts as a bit of a commuter sort of style. I think there's a station down here somewhere called Assen, and then you do like services between Groningen and Assen. And then at the top of the line we've got Groningen, which is quite an interesting looking station really, because it looks like these should be through platforms, but from what I've seen I think there's some construction work going on. So we'll jump into this station anyway towards the end of the video and have a little look at it. Right then, let's jump back into our train and get going. We've slowed down a bit because I've not really been focusing on the speed, so let's get back up to speed. 16 kilometers away from Meppel. Let's go. There's lots of wind turbines here. Renewable energy is quite a big thing in the Netherlands, isn't it? Obviously we've been quite coastal. I think there's a lot of stuff to do with the coast. Oh, we've driven 10 kilometers. There we go. That was quick. It's a very nice looking route, very beautiful indeed. You've got all the nice water courses and all sorts. We're essentially on like a moat. Is that what they call it? Where, you know, when you see like a castle and it's got like the water around it. It's a bit like that. We've also got these wind turbines. Look at them. Very nice looking, very nicely detailed. Oh, here we go. We've got an SNG going the other way. Let's have a little look at that there. Very nice. Looks absolutely tiny compared to us. Well, I mean, the train's probably the same size in like the passenger area, but for us, we are so high up that everything looks tiny. That reminds me, how do you even get out the cab? How would you get out the cab? You'd have to go down this way, wouldn't you? Oh, the stairs. Oh my goodness me. Right, we'll have a proper little look at that when we stop at the station. But that's interesting. It's a bit like the American freight locos where you have to literally climb to get up to the driving controls. That's a very close wind turbine, isn't it? That's very close to the track. Oh my goodness. I tell you what is very close. When you're in here, the overhead line equipment looks like it's very close to the cab. Obviously I know that we're quite high up, but you know, that is like a metre, not even that, between the cab and the electric wires. So it's they're very brave, aren't they, by building that. I'll tell you what we are going to do. We're going to do a little flyby shot. Let's do a little Doppler. We're going the wrong way. Come on, let's race the train. Come on. We'll all speed up as we do a little Doppler. Let's go all the way up here. 10 kilometres away from Meppel. Couple of horns. Cool. Very cool indeed. It looks absolutely splendid. It really does. I'll tell you something. This is absolutely brilliant. If you like your high-speed stuff and you want to try a new country out, I highly recommend it. We need to get down to 120 as well. We're going a bit too quickly. I should have anticipated that because we're going around a corner. Oh, here's another SNG. So tell you what, it feels quite busy. There's quite a lot of stuff going on. I mean, that's what, 2 or 3 trains we've seen in the first 5 minutes? Right, and now that we've cleared those corners, we should soon be able to get up to 140 again. I think. Have we got a station coming up? I'm not sure. Let's have a little look. No, I don't think there's any intermediate stations. I'm not sure. We can get up to 140. Let's get going. Let's get going. So, yeah, definitely like a very high-speed route if you like that sort of style. It seems to be a good bit of fun. Is that another Koploper? I think it is, you know. That looks like a Koploper to me. There it is. There it is. It's interesting because, like, oh, that's a double-headed. Not double-headed, that's a 6 car. It's quite interesting because, like, the Koplopers, they even seem quite small, even though we're high up. You'd think because, like, we're so high up, they would be, like, matching the same level. But obviously it's just the cab, so it's a bit of an interesting experience. Right then, let's get back up to 140. I was slowing down for some reason, and I thought, what have I done wrong there? It turned out I still had my brakes on because I'm silly. So let's get going, up to 140. There we go, we're already there, look at that. It goes quick. When you apply the power, it goes quick. There's quite a lot of cars as well, very busy. One thing I've not seen is any cyclists. That's one thing to look out for, because I think they've added some new sort of scenery where you see a lot of cyclists along the way. I tell you something, this is actually rather splendid. It really is. This is quite relaxing. You know, it's very similar to your high-speed routes that we've got in the game, but there's just something about it. Obviously, it helps that it's a nice, unique experience with it being a new country and also a completely new livery to the game. Obviously, I don't think we've got any liveries as interesting as this. So yeah, it's definitely a good bit of fun, and if you like high-speed stuff, you should certainly give it a go. Got another Koploper there, another 6 car as well, so you do get 3 car and 6 car services. Right then, we are 2 kilometres away from Meppel, so one thing I need to make sure is to actually slow down, because for some reason I struggle with kilometres, and I think they're miles, and if you try and brake from 2 kilometres away, sometimes it can end up badly. We also need to get down to 80 kilometres an hour, so let's get some more brakes in. See, this is what I mean. Kilometres and miles confuse me, because normally if I'm on a high speed route, 2 miles is like, oh, that's plenty of time to slow down. On a high speed route, 2 kilometres is pretty much nothing, so you need to make sure you're on the ball. And here it is, here is Meppel. Right then, so we can start slowing down. So I think these services would carry on straight, because if we look at the map again, you can see that our route goes off to the right here, and then these services, I would imagine, go straight on up here to their end destination. Right then, we're on the approach into Meppel, so let's get some more brakes in and slow down. And then what I'll do is, once we stop, I'll have a little run around the cab and the rest of the train and show you it, because it looks very interesting. Oh, we need a few more bits of brakes in there. Slow down. The brakes are not too bad, actually. I'm just not braking enough. Let's stop there. This little light out front is quite useful. It's quite a good guide. So let's stop there. Nice. That's a decent stop from me. That is decent. Let's unlock the doors. There we go. So that was a little look at the Koploper. I've quite enjoyed that. Right then, all the passengers are unloaded, so I'm not going to lock the doors, because I have a horrible feeling we'll lock the doors, it will kick us out and the train will start going. So let's have a little run around the Koploper. I'll show you how to get in and out the cab, and then we'll jump into Groningen again. So let's do it. Right then, let's go exploring. So before we do that, let's put that into neutral. Cool. And let's turn the hood off as well, so it doesn't shout at us for not locking the doors. So let's do some exploring. So here's the cab, very nice looking cab, as you can see, very high up. You can see for miles. You got a phone there, got all sorts of stuff down here. We've got to run down here, so this is how you get out the cab. You run down these stairs, and then how would you get out the side? Right, that's quite interesting. Obviously, if we was to open that door, we'd end up on the track. So how do you get out? Can you go through that door? Oh, okay, that's cool. So that acts as sort of like a staff door. Can you like close that, and then it does? Oh, that's quite cool. So it acts as like 2 different doors. I'm intrigued, because obviously at some point you were able to walk between 2 Koplopers. So would you go through that door? Is that what? Does that work? No, you can't get out that door. But yeah, let's get out. How do you get out? Oh, you go through here. Oh, there's not a door there. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, so to get out this side, you have to go through the passenger area. But yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? Right, let's go inside and let's have a little run through the train, shall we? So let's go up here and let's go through these doors. Looks very nice. Nice Dutch signage everywhere. I won't even begin to pronounce any of it. Oh, it says there, NS. That's the name of the operator. So I'm not too sure what that stands for. Do let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And here we go. This is the passenger area. Plenty of people on board today. We've got some nice flowery sort of maquette. Go through here. Got these nice little glass panels as well. Plenty of luggage areas. That's interesting. We've got loads of little bits and pieces there. We've got like flowers there and some other stuff. So that's quite cool. I mean, are they just sort of like I don't know, a bit of something to look at, or are they like coat hooks or something? Let me know. Right, can we find any toilets? Is that the toilet there? Oh, can we get in? No, we can't get into the toilets. No! Oh, I just want to get into a toilet one time. Anyway, I digress. Let's go through here. Oh, it's very nice in here, isn't it? Very nice indeed. Oh, is this like the first class section? Oh, yeah. Oh, we've got PIS inside as well. That's very nice. Oh, this is very pretty. This is very nice, very old school. Can we get in here? Oh, yeah, we can. Look at that. Oh, nice. That's very nice. Yeah, these are very nice, very luxurious. Let's keep going Got obviously a lot of places for sort of like bikes and fold down seats. One thing I'd love is to have like fold down seats in the passenger areas. I know you've got them in the cab, but I'd love to be able to, like, in the passenger mode, put these down and have a little sit. That'd be quite cool. Oh, we've got another toilet there as well, which we can't get in. Ah, no. We can go through here though. And then, there you go. You can get out this side onto the platform. Lovely stuff. There we go. That's a little look at the Koploper. Is that a paper timetable over there? Oh, no way. That's cool. So this is very similar to the Mittenwald where you can, like, read what's going on. You can kind of make out what's going on. That's very cool. Quite a cool little feature, that. Oh, we've got a different one this side. This one's white. What's this one telling you? I'm guessing this is like maybe the commuter stuff, and then this is like the intercity stuff. No idea. Let me know. That's quite cool. But yeah, this is Meppel. A very nice looking station. Have we got any collectibles? Snack Dash. No, we've got any like route maps or anything anywhere? No, I can't seem to find any route maps. We've got this little bridge though. Can we go up here? Oh, we can. How far can we go? Can we go to the other side? Ah, no, that's the furthest you can go. That's a cool little view though. You can do plenty of train spotting from up here. Right, anyway, let's get back into our train because this wants to keep going. So we'll jump back into the cab and then we'll jump into Groningen. So let's get back in here, go through here, open that door and go back up the stairs. There we go, and back in the cab we are. Lovely stuff. And there we go, that was a little look at the Zwolle to Groningen route and the Koploper. So let's jump into the Groningen end of the line and have a little look around there, shall we? And just like that, we're here at Groningen and we're back in the Koploper. So let's have a little fly around this station, shall we? So this is Groningen. Looks very, very nice. Plenty of stuff going on. Looks like it's got loads of works going on, which I think it is seeing a bit of an upgrade, isn't it, at the minute? Got another SNG service down there, so got plenty of stuff going on. So let's have a little fly around here. And, oh, you can see plenty of construction going on here. Got a big crane and loads of diggers and stuff. Oh, yeah. Look at that. They're like fully digging it out. That's interesting. So what are they actually doing here? Are they doing like some upgrade works, or like was it initially sort of like terminating platforms and they're building it through, so it's going to be like a big through station? It'd be very interesting to know. But yeah, here's a little look at a station that is currently in the middle of some major work. So it would have been quite interesting if they could have like future-proofed it and built it when it was completed. Obviously they might not have been able to get access to that, but I know they've done that in the past with like Vista Canyon and University Station. But very cool to see. Yeah, you can see blatantly these should connect on through. But yeah, very nice. It seems a bit of a quiet station, but I don't know how busy this route should be in real life. So that's a little look at Groningen. And what we'll do is we'll properly look at this northern end of the line and the SNG3 in the next video. And there we go, that was a little look at the Zwolle to Groningen route. I tell you what, I've really enjoyed that. It's good to finally have the Netherlands in Train Sim World, and also it's very cool to have these funky looking trains in the game. And yeah, if you like your high speed sort of routes, I think you're going to enjoy this one. And also if you want a new sort of challenge, I can imagine these would be quite challenging with some safety systems and stuff on, which have all been fully implemented. So, you know, let me know what you think in the comments about this route, and let me know if you pick it up. So yeah, with all that said and done, I'm going to leave that video there. I've really enjoyed that and I hope you have too. So thank you all for watching this video. I've been Richie and I'll hopefully see you all in the next one. Bye bye.